Hello and welcome to Dash 28 Live. I'm your host, Mike Atkins, and today we are bringing you another fifth round match from Call to Arms 5, this time between Tom Robinson and Justin Gisby Clark. Hey guys, thanks for being here. The scenario for this week is going to be Control, and they're going to be playing at the recommended points level of 1,800 points, so a little bit smaller game than we've seen the last few weeks. Joining me here in the studio to hang out with me and talk about the match, we've got Thomas Alexanderson, Jesse Bilbia, and Kyle Peach. Hey guys, thanks for being here. All right. And so without further ado, let's see what you guys have brought to the table. All right, up first, we've got Justin's Night Stalkers. Justin, could you talk us through your list, please?
For the Packers, Reaper, three straight witches, operation, hope, and then we've got with an unused ally of MD.
All right, and that's 11 units and 22 units strength, and that is 11 scoring units then. All right. Let's pop over and take a look at Tom's list. Tom, you're playing Herd this week.
Yeah, so I have a Horde of Spirit Walkers because I think they're probably the best infantry option that Herd get, which means they're okay and very expensive. And then I have a Horde of Guardian Brutes who are like Tyrants, only they're not in the Salamander list, therefore worse, and they don't get Pathfinder. Centaur Grey Hunters, 2 regiments of them. I think there's something of a hidden gem. Like everyone looks at the 12 attacks and goes, meh. But actually, I think they do everything pretty well, and I'm more nimble cav. They're all right in a fight, and really good nerve is not a bad option because we do have to get the same scrap roll as well when we need it. 2 troops of Ger Panthers because they are chaff, and that is what they do. And then the Beast of Nature. This one I've named, we get to the actual name. It's called Elliot's Beastly Nature. Let's say I recognise that one. I have a Druid. The Druid, if I remember rightly, it's called Shaman Tom, the Shaggy Bone Man. He has Heal 2, Ancient 2, and the Conjure Staff, so he's like the general support character. I have a Tree Herder. Upgraded to Wiltfather for obvious reasons, and in this game it will be called the Wilt Paddler, because it's the front everybody hates it. And finally, we have Moonfang, which is actually nicknamed, he's got 2 nicknames, so I couldn't decide which one I like more. So I went with Ware Williams or Moon Nick. They're both on there, so pick your favourite. And Moonfang's there because Moonfang's really good. He's probably the best thing in their list because he does everything. Apart, he's not quite hitty enough. I'd like an extra attack or 2, but you can't complain.
All right. And that's going to be 10 units coming in at 16 unit strength with 9 scoring units, it looks like. Just one individual there. Okay, great.
It's just me. I'm not important enough.
All right. Now let's take a look at your UB room to see how you deployed. So this map, very different from last week's map in terms of open space. So there's a couple of big forests towards the bottom, pretty good sized forest up the top. Those 2 rock walls are actually height 9 blocking, I think.
Yep.
The hills are normal size, and then the big square camp over on the left is actually height 3 blocking, I think.
Yep.
So it's basically like a giant impassable hill, not so much a field, which people might confuse it with. And then just some flat difficult down in the corner. So a lot of terrain on the table. And again, we are playing Control. So let's talk about how you guys have deployed. Justin's up top. So Justin, could you walk us through your deployment starting over here on your left, please?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what it is with opponents avoiding me, on the left flank there. But yeah, we'll see how this gets on. So we've got the zombies up the top. The zombies are great just for holding, controlling, not great in combat. Then I've got a butcher, flesh ripper there, trying to deter his flyer. I have also got some butchers, and I've got some chaff behind, some needle fangs. I think I've got the apparition there next to it with my Reapers, and then followed by my Shadowhawk right in front of his Willfather. And then we go on to 2 lots of Butchers with Needlefangs behind, and then Scarecrows on the flank.
All right, great. And then Tom, could you walk us through your deployment, starting over here with Elliot's beastly nature?
Yep. He has assumed the position where all flyers should be on this map, with the height 3 blocking terrain where he can sit up against and do what he likes for the rest of the game. Why not? Is what he was made for. I'd like to add as well, I didn't actually choose the herd. The herd was not my choice. Keith Conroy made the choice for me. Blame it on him. And this is literally the first list I made for him. I showed it to him. He said, do this, that, and the other. Then I forgot about it, ignored him, and this is literally the first list I made in 5 minutes. So we'll see how this goes. Moving on, you see at the bottom of the woods there, I have the Ger Panther Chaff. I then have Ware Nick, or Moon Nick, Ware Williams, sorry, who's sat nice and central, but obviously fast enough they can get to where he wants to be. So if he wants to replay, he can. It's kind of, you can see my thinking of the deployment as it's gone along here, is I've gone left, right, and then I've gone all to the right. After that, you've got Shaman Tom with his Shaggy Bone Man and his little Contra Staff one. That was an early drop to make him think I was going to go left or right. And then I've obviously, since I've decided I was going to go right, he's going to have to make a long trip around now. I mean, it's speed 6 individual, we'll get there eventually. We have Wilt Padley in the middle, where he can scout into the middle and look there and be all big and scary and menacing and do what he does and get hit them. I have a horde of Guardian Brutes next to them, in the only open path that they get on this side of the map, which is why they were in it. The only reason they're in this army at all is because I saw, but no matter what side I got, they'd be able to go somewhere and not have to worry about the train. That's the only reason I picked them over Lycan. There was one gap for them. 2 regiments Centaur Bray Hunters. Again, speedy, nimble guys on the flank, why not? They can also fight from the hunter. The Super Girl Panthers behind them to watch his chaff, so they're far enough away in the both of the Girl Panthers to be out of mine fog range. And then I have the far right, the Spirit Walkers, who are, they've got one task ready, and that's all you can hope for.
All right, great. Thanks for walking us through that, guys. So good luck to both of you. Have fun, and we will see you back here when you're done.
Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right.
Okay, they're gone.
They're gone. Bring up the clock here so we can follow along. Yeah, what do we think? A lot of terrain, 2 interesting armies for this scenario and for this map, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we see here 2 skilled opponents, and it shows by both really protecting their chaff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the way they deployed.
Yeah.
How much ranged output does this Night Stalker army really have, though?
They have mind fog on the planer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, there's that.
Yeah, with Shattering now, it can actually occasionally get a lucky wave.
Yeah, he doesn't need much to...
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, aggressive.
There goes the scout move.
We see
Yeah,
Tom
very-
scouting the Wilt Father, though obviously he can't get in range of the Shadow Hulk, so it's not overly aggressive, but you're right, it is aggressive.
It's going to be an interesting standoff between those 2 guys.
It is. Yeah, so it was occurring to me when I was looking at their list that at a slightly lower points level like this, Night Stalkers, I think, have a bit of an edge.
Yeah.
Since they don't pay for any individuals for inspiring. Because I was kind of looking through Justin's list and I was like, this feels more like a 2,000 point list than an 1,800 point list. Like he's still got 3 hordes of butchers.
Yeah.
And a regiment of what, Reapers? Yeah.
Yeah, but Mike, that's how Night Stalkers are at every point level.
Apparently, right? They just come that way.
They're good.
They're just
they're
a great army. And right out of the gate, the Bray Hunters are at a bit of a disadvantage now with that light shooting.
Right.
So,
Yep.
I mean,
Looks like Tom got first turn there.
Yep.
Keep pushing that advantage or pushing that start.
The zombies make it a little bit tougher, but there's some really nasty stuff you can do with flyers and this camp on the left.
Yeah, it is just a treat for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Justin doesn't have another flying monster to stare it down.
No.
Does he?
No.
So he can basically just fly up, hug that terrain, see over it, and be unchargeable.
Yep.
Yes, I think that's a big part of what the zombies are doing. They obviously won't kill the beast of nature, but they'll slow it down if it tries to fly around.
Sure. Or even just hold that table quarter. Like you can't jump a beast of nature there at the end of the game without killing those zombies.
Right, that too.
I thought that was interesting of like it was a good bit of points shaving on Justin's part. I think that he's already playing Night Stalkers. He can already take a cheap regiment of scarecrows for 80 points, or he can ally in zombies to save 10 points just to have a couple of unit strength to sit somewhere
why not?
with a lot of nerve. Yeah, so why not? If you're not expecting Tom to shoot at you, you don't need stealthy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Tom's being very aggressive with his left, which is kind of surprising.
A few.
It's a full party living room set there.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna have to be aggressive with this list though, and like really. Well, I guess the planer's only hugging the left side of the table right now, so he doesn't have to worry about too much chip damage getting taken care of off the right butchers as it stands, but that heal output over the course of the game can definitely add up.
Right.
I feel like Herd is a pretty good choice for a map with this much difficult terrain on it.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think either of these guys regularly played. Like last time we had Justin on a couple of rounds ago, I believe he was playing Undead.
Yeah.
And I think Tom's been playing Rordia, so this is an army switch.
Yeah. It's called arms though. You have to expect army switches everywhere.
Yeah, I've played against Justin when he's been using Night Stalkers a couple times, but yeah, traditionally he uses Undead for the majority of his games.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think Night Stalkers are a good solid choice.
Yeah, in any scenario, it seems.
Yeah, especially at the lower point level, and Herd seems like a good choice for this particular map. So I think they've both made pretty solid choices.
Yeah.
We'll see what these Bray Hunters can do. I think especially against Night Stalkers, they're not in a very good spot.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets combos off with them, it's not bad. It's 24 on 4s with TC1.
Sure.
It's still not great.
But like right now, whatever he shoots at, he's going to be on 7s.
Oh yeah, no, shooting is that output is pretty much out the door.
Right.
7? No, not. They've got steady aim.
Yeah.
But he moved into terrain, so there will be cover, and he's going to be shooting at something that's stealthy.
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot about the moving into terrain still causing stuff. Can you tell I haven't played shooting armies in third yet?
It's going to be interesting with only what did we say, 9 scoring units on the Herd list, and a few of them very, 2, 3, 4, very 5, fragile.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, I see 9, and you're right. A lot of them are fragile.
Yeah, like the Bray Hunters are 14, 16 defense, 4, 3 on them.
I think they're only 3 because they're the Archer version. Yeah,
they're only 3. Yep.
14, 16. They're also just, at least currently, just isn't an inspiring source over there.
Oh.
Now, he might be cutting the shaman that way.
Yeah.
Possibly. He's got 3 inspiring sources. He's got the tree. He's got the Wiltfather. He's got Moonfang, and he's got the Druid, and they're all in the middle.
Yep. Okay.
But at this point, it looks like he's just pushing for pure alpha on the right side. Like Spear Walker's already threatening all 3 units.
Mm-hmm.
But those Needle Fangs are going to pay off big. The nice thing about the Bray Hunters, though, is being nimble. They're going to be able to dodge a fair bit here.
Mm-hmm. There's the dodging. There's also, even once he alphas down that right corner, he's going to need to get his unit strength into the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to hit hard on the right and turn towards the middle as quickly as he can. And you're right, flying speed 7 Needle Fangs very possibly will screw up Tom's plan over there on the right if they can get in front of just get in front of the Spirit Walkers for a turn.
Right, that's probably it.
Might be all they need to do to be the MVPs for this game.
Right now, Tom, all 3 of those units on the right are within charge range of stuff, like everything, I think.
Yeah. All 3 units.
Depending on what the Spirit Walkers roll, they might not be able to hit the far left butchers.
Yeah, 1 or 2 will keep them out there.
Yeah.
I think a 2 even gets it. Oh, yeah. But throw Needle Fangs in there to slow it down. I don't know. Does that really help, though?
Well, let's see. The Bray Hunters 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. The far left Bray Hunters can only charge the
butchers.
Left butchers.
Oh, the farthest left butchers. You're right.
It's the only one. So if he's looking to combo charge.
I don't think he probably can.
Yeah, but then you'd be so if the Spirit Walkers get chaffed up by the Needle Fangs,
then you don't go in with the 2 butchers. No, absolutely not.
No, because the terrain will slide you over so much. You'll be looking right at the other unit of butchers, and the Scarecrows will be there as well to maybe get in a flank on you if you slide over too far. Yeah, if he wants, he can hold that side up for a turn, and move butchers up side by side, or just move everything up. Really, get close enough to counter punch.
Let's see what the shooting does.
Yep.
I'm expecting not much.
Yep. Going after the Scarecrows. No hits there. Still rolling all 12. They may have forgotten about the cover, but
I think they did, but
still
he did
1 wound.
8 point of damage total, so whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, he rolled twice as many dice as he should have. Okay. So what does Justin try to do here?
There's nothing verdant in Tom's list aside from the Beast of Nature and Druid, right?
Right. So there's nothing for the Wilt Father to actually make vicious.
Yeah.
The Druid, if it gets into combat, gets vicious.
That is a dark timeline.
And interestingly, the Moonfang also makes people vicious, but that one actually does work on things in Tom's army. All right, so interesting how I'm trying to figure out what Justin's doing.
Needlefangs don't have Pathfinder, right? They have Strider, is it?
Yeah, so they can't stop there.
Yeah, no.
But it's not that. I'm not sure if it makes a difference if they're 1 inch back.
Yeah.
But you're right that, oh well. I don't think it does.
No.
And it looks like he's using the Needlefangs to shield the butchers.
Yep.
So that Tom's only charges are Spirit Walkers into Scarecrows, and then slam the Needlefangs with the Bray Hunters, but that's not a great spot for the Bray Hunters to be in.
Yeah.
Now, the issue with this plan is that Spirit Walkers might just have the damage to blow up the Scarecrows.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're
right?
30 attacks, right?
On 3s.
And winning on 2s.
And winning on 2s with Thunderous 1 since they have Pathfinder. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Spirit Walkers are terrifying.
Yeah, it's a really good unit.
Yeah.
It might be why he's not having all his characters on the right. Do you want to deny that Mind Thirst?
That's true.
That would make sense.
He might be denying. So we also could see the Druids start to move into the middle, but not far enough to inspire the Scarecrows. And then he just blows up the Scarecrows with the Spirit Walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're talking about what, at least 15 wounds, somewhere between 15 and 20, probably. On threes, 30 attacks on threes and twos.
Yeah. If we're mathing it that much, it's like 17 something, I think.
Somewhere in there, and they're dash 21, and they've got 1
or
point on them.
17.
Yeah.
So right now, I mean, what is okay? It's Moonfang. There's so many nicknames that I've actually forgotten what his actual name is now.
Where Williams / Moon Nick is Moonfang.
That or Keith Conroy's with Moon Pie, and there's so many variations.
Oh jeez.
Yep.
There's a flank on the Butchers with the Guardian Brutes, right? Or Guardian Brutes in the front, but Guardian Brute.
It looks like their leader point is it's close.
No, it's a front from the Guardian Brutes, but
a flank from Moonfang.
And that is a decent amount of damage.
That's dead Butchers, probably.
It's
potentially
very close to the realm of it, yeah.
Fast 3, 6, 9. Yeah.
Wildfather, it looks like, is just out of the charge, but the other two, that's going to mess up some Butchers pretty bad if he takes it.
Yeah, Guardian Brutes, 30 attacks on 4s. Crush 1, Thunders 1.
Yep, they
so
are.
4s and 3s with Vicious from Moonfang.
Yeah.
He gets over there, yeah.
Well, Moonfang's in the flank.
Yep.
So that's 12 more on 3s and 3s with Vicious.
Yep. You just have to move the Wildfather enough for Moonfang to be able to see. I'm not sure if he can draw a line of sight right this second.
Probably not currently, but
that's
okay.
Yeah.
Wildfather needs could pull him back. You probably don't want to charge the Shadow Hulk.
No. Not with the Reapers in the flank.
Yeah.
After.
right.
That'd be a bold move.
You definitely don't want to get flanked by Reapers. So we'll see what he does there, but yeah, that's not looking good for Justin's right if he takes those charges.
Yeah, I mean, if he could move the Shadow Hulk up to threaten anything that charges the Butchers, but then he's putting it in range of the Wolffather.
Right. Well, did he already move the Shadow Hulk?
I don't think so.
He did.
No, I don't. Did he? It's
I don't think
still
so.
no. It is slightly ahead of the planer if the planer was online.
I think he may have moved, like, nudged it up to get it within 12 of the Wildfather.
Yeah.
Unless Tom moved the Wildfather to be within 12. Because Tom is in great shape if the Shadow Hulk charges right now.
It stops his alpha on the right, but of course it will pick up the Shadow Hulk, so...
Right.
I feel like you might want to have kept the Butcher back a bit to try and limit the drop zones of the Beast of Nature. It's a difficult task for that character to do, but at this point now, it looks like the Beast can just full 20 and then pivot.
Yeah.
Which is going to put him in a safe spot.
So it's looking like
he could
this,
just... Yeah.
I don't know that there's... Well, I hope there's not enough space for the Beast to land in the flank of the Fletch Ripper here, hanging off the front of it. I don't think there is.
I don't think. We'll see.
I don't think so. It depends on which footprint they're playing of that terrain, but...
terrain, yep.
It looks like no... And then the Beast is in the flank of the Apparition and doesn't have room to land there, and it's out of range of the Reapers.
Right, so it could take a front charge on the Butchers if it wants to, and then get flanked by a Flesh Ripper.
And then is he going to pivot the zombies to shut down the move 20 and pivot? Because right now it's close whether he's in arc or not, but maybe he already did pivot the zombies.
Yeah, I think they were facing more towards the left, right?
Okay, so maybe he saw that and pivoted them in a spot. It's close, I can't tell, but Maybe he actually measured it.
That right
Although-
side's gonna get interesting next
Yeah.
turn.
A hindered regiment of zombies isn't really gonna threaten Beast of Nature.
Yeah, but what about a hindered regiment of zombies in the rear?
Yeah, even then you're hitting on. I mean, okay, 36
Right.
attacks on
Even then, you're not going to kill it,
You
but
should be able to do a wound, but it's not gonna.
looks like we're having some audio issues in the game.
Yep. So they paused their clock.
So on the right side, what
Very
charge
smart.
would you do here? Looking at it personally, I think I would run the right hunters and the spirit walkers into the scarecrows.
I don't think there is room for both.
Yeah, because I mean, spirit walkers and scarecrows should be the same size. So spirit walkers would connect and shift right, and then actually, yeah, with the needle.
I don't
thing.
think there. I don't know if there's room for both. If there
Yeah.
is, I agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then the Bray Hunters can block the central Butcher Horde from charging the Spirit Walkers.
But the Spirit Walkers are... Oh, boy. I don't want to do that math right now.
+8 +5. No, probably not. It looks like it needs about 13 inches total. Or just under 13 inches total.
Just under 13, and he's
got about 12 point.
He's got less than 12 and a half. It's about 12.8. Yeah, they don't physically fit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably part of what the Needle Fangs are doing.
Evening, Ed. So to your question, Jesse, I think if it were me, I would do the Spirit Walkers into Scarecrows, and you probably can't fit anybody else there. So then I think I might just double charge the Needle Fangs with both Bray Hunters and send the Guardian Brutes into the front. Oh, see, and now he's moved it so that Moon.
No, he pivoted the Butchers. Yeah, I just saw that.
There we
But
go.
I think I would still take that charge if they'll both fit. I don't know that they will because the Needle Fangs might be too close, but I would check
They
to see.
won't.
Yeah, I would check
They
to see
would
if the
not both
Brutes.
fit.
That changes things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
'Cause
I might
was-
send the Brutes in anyway.
Yeah, I'd almost be tempted to, if he can get, he should be able to get line of sight since they're nimble, would put the Gur Panthers and the Bray Hunters into the Needle Fangs, and then you just advance the Gur Panthers forward to completely chaff those Butchers.
Right. No mind fog this turn.
Okay.
So I think we're about to go into top of turn 2, so we'll see what Tom has decided.
Yeah. This
What
is
the
going to be
Master Mind is
interesting.
going to pull out.
Yeah, I mean at this point level, like a devastating enough initial Alpha Strike charge
Yeah,
can be
I mean losing
kind
a
of
couple
impossible to
units.
recover from. Yeah.
Oh, he's just going for it on those Butchers.
Yep.
You might be checking if Moonfang can fit, though.
Okay, and clearly Moonfang can't fit.
That's going to be a no, yeah.
That was a very good catch. Had he not caught that, it would have. That was like just almost a death sentence. As long as the dice
Right.
cooperated.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, is he seeing if
I mean,
Moonfang can
there
fit?
There is like a pixel there that he can connect to if he wants.
I think that's legal if Moonfang goes first.
But Moonfang's also out of range because he's speed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he can't get to the middle ones.
Yeah. That's a good point. I don't know what he was checking for then.
Yeah, I mean that's not a terrible charge to take. Even so, getting the Brutes in first on the Butchers probably won't pop them in one turn, but you'll do your damage.
Yeah.
The Shadow
They're
Hulk can't come
also-
help. Nobody else can see them.
Right. They're just out of arc of those other Butchers, so that's big.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad grind. He does need to get inspiring over there though.
Oh, and he just moved the Druid not far enough. Did he move the Druid 6 inches?
He's more than 18 inches away from the Scarecrows, so he will not be inspiring the Scarecrows. And here's Tom trying to see if he can fit anything else in. So clearly he wants to do the double charge there that we were talking about.
The one steal is 12, isn't it? The
Yep.
Yes,
inspiring
12.
thing?
Yep.
So the druid is actually not inspiring those butchers either, which might have been intentional on Tom's part.
Yeah, that is
Sure.
true.
But he is inspiring the Needlefangs. Yes.
Just barely. Yep.
Interesting.
And that's unnecessary, I think.
It is. I think he moved it, well, the speed he thought the druid was, to, and then plans on bane chanting those guardian brutes.
Yeah.
Yep, that would make sense.
Scarecrows are -21, right?
Dash 21.
Yep.
So the Spirit Walkers alone do have a good chance of pulling this off.
Uninspired, it's about an 80% chance that they pop.
Okay. But if they don't pop, does he have a way to not get flanked by butchers?
Yeah, he just needs to put.
Yeah, he just puts one Bray Hunter into the.
With the Bray Hunters and the Needle Fangs? Yep.
And then it makes sure that he advances enough.
Assuming he gets the kill, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So here he's checking out a double charge, potential double charge, but that'll block him. So if he does that, he's probably not going to charge with the Spirit
Does
Walkers.
that block him?
He either needs to do it in the other order or.
Which doesn't let him, or which might not do as good a job blocking the butchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he could move the Bray Hunters a bit more to the left, and that might allow him what he's trying to do.
Right, but he's checking if he double charges, then they have to be right there.
Yeah, if he charges the other Bray Hunters into the Needle Fangs as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it were me, I would just go ahead and send the Spirit Walkers into the Scarecrows and double charge the Needle Fangs and just have a wall of Bray Hunters there to soak up a Butcher charge.
I'm wondering, is he not confident that if the Spirit Walkers go first, that the Bray Hunters will be able to block?
I guess so.
Would be my thought.
Yeah, that could be true.
Oh, looks like he found a way to make the pivot work.
It's very close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a super close if of not hitting the table edge before the Scarecrows. I guess they just agree there's going to be some angle where it's going to fit, and then let's get on with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's very important because that pretty much ensures that the middle Butcher horde won't be able to hit the Spirit Walkers in the flank.
Right. Kind of important.
Whereas if he'd gone first, they might have been able to. Maybe. I mean, pretty good odds that both of these regiments of Bray Hunters will kill those Needle Fangs, and then he could just overrun the 1 inch and put one directly in front of the Butchers, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is where the Needle Fangs are gonna stay on the inspiring roll.
Right.
Oh man.
It's what, 24 dice on 4s and 2s?
Yeah.
Okay, he should get them.
If you have the opportunity to plan out around double ones, you might as well take it because it always happens right when you don't need it to.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, he saw the inspiring.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Back it up just a smidge. Yep. Just barely out now. All right.
Yep. There's
and now here comes the beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Out of Ark of those Zombies.
Yep. Yeah, that is clean.
Yeah, it's tough to cover that much space with a single regiment of zombies.
Yeah,
right.
I still wish the Butcher Flesh Ripper had kind of just stayed back to try and cover as much as possible.
Right.
Sending a speed 6 large infantry character to try and deal with a Beast of Nature is not an easy task.
Yeah.
No.
Although I guess now at this point, like you turn your planar apparition around and you park it in front of the Beast of Nature to block line of sight and say, "Come hit me and snare it. I don't care."
Yeah.
I guess.
You lose your
But
heal.
then the beast just flies over you.
Sure, but it doesn't charge anything that turn.
It takes a turn away from it, which is big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is and at this point that's the best you can do, right? Like you can't ground it, you can't block it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten behind you. It's time for
You
play.
can still see the Shadow Hulk, so he'd have to watch out for that. Or anything on the hill.
Oh, the planer's only height 5.
So's the beast.
Yeah.
So's the beast. Okay, and the Shadow Hulk is 6.
But like butchers on the hill are 6. If the butchers go up onto the hill.
Right. You could probably move the butchers forward to stay out of.
He could.
Arc. Yeah.
So it'd be the Shadow Hulk getting flanked he'd really have to worry about, which the Reapers could prevent.
Yeah. Yeah, the Reapers could block the whole flank, and the Beast wouldn't be able to see them because they're too short, but still wouldn't be able to charge the Shadow Hulk because there'd be nowhere to land.
Because it can't land. Yep.
Right. I can't make this charge. I don't know why I can't make this charge. I just know that I can't make this charge. I got a feeling. I feel really bad about this drop. All right.
This looks like a huge headache for Justin, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I am not.
You might easily lose all 3 units on the right flank there, right in turn 1 or 2.
A total alternative way of dealing with this beast is to keep pushing forward, put the Shadow Hulk in the so the beast's in the flank, and then use the Reapers to block it, and then just use the Needle Fangs to block off whichever arc he'd be charging the Reapers with.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to deal with a Wilt Father as well.
There's still the Wilt Father.
The most fun thing to deal with.
But the Wilt Father is just not getting in range of anything.
He doesn't have
There's Bane Chant.
He's just...
Yep. He did Bane Chant the Guardian Brutes, so they'll be on 4s and 2s.
Yep. And Ed, to your impression, I think that's pretty much correct. Tom got to scout some units and then got to go first.
Ooh.
And heard it fast. So hold on.
Rough roll.
Oh, that's bad.
That's only 11?
Yeah.
He only did 11? Oh, never mind. He got him.
But he rolled an 11.
Yes. So he just did 11 damage, bringing them up to 12, and then rolled an 11 on the nerve test for 23.
I'm having flashbacks of last night's nerve checks.
Right? we're just gonna start rolling 10 plus for all our nerve checks.
It evened out. Like 23 going into the combat is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, he should have done way more wounds and should have only needed one, to roll like a 4 or 5 once.
Mm-hmm. It works.
It evens out. It's just funny. It swings from one side to the other so drastically.
Mm-hmm. That happens on real tables too with real dice. So
yeah.
Oh, we're going here now.
Yep.
Okay.
Average.
Pretty average.
Good.
Oh.
3. All right, so the butchers will stick.
Justin needed that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
To try and keep in that side. It'll at least keep that flank interesting.
Is that 12 damage and 3 wounds? Does that waver them?
Yeah, but Fury.
No, that's 15.
No,
They're 16,
15.
18.
They're 16, 18, not 15, 17.
Brutal?
Are they brutal?
I don't know. I mean, with a name like that.
Doesn't look like.
They're not.
Why would brutes be brutal?
Misleading.
No, they have fury of their own. All right.
1 inch overrun.
Well, he only needed to overrun an inch, so
Yeah, he couldn't really go any further. And then the others, probably sidestep to get some
I would
room.
sidestep here, yeah.
Yep.
That or back up.
Just an inch, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's safe to sidestep. There's nothing over there threatening that you might accidentally wander into their range. So I wouldn't back up. All right.
All right.
Bottom of 2. So that was bad, but not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, that's a better scenario than it could have been, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Justin do here?
Yeah, I mean, all of those 3 combats were heavily in Tom's favor, but to kill all 3 units, then the odds are getting a bit iffy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 3 things that probably should happen, it's not unreasonable that one of them doesn't.
Yeah, and I feel like if I were Justin, and I knew that I was going to lose 2 out of 3 units, the butchers would be the ones that I would want to survive over the scarecrows or the needle fangs.
Right.
Thankfully for him, these butchers are not hindered. They are just out of the forest.
Okay, that should kill some Bray Striders.
Yeah, they got boots anyway, so they could always just pop them. But wouldn't be a great use of boots. You kind of want to hold it.
Yeah, they're not going to live that long, though.
Probably not. Yeah, the Spirit Walkers are going to come in a bad time.
But also, I'm not sure those Guardian Brutes can stand up to the Sharpness Horde hitting them either.
Oh, they have Sharpness. Yeah, that changed.
Yep.
Yeah, especially because by keeping out of Inspiring, the Guardian Brutes aren't inspired either.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Justin's choices of items on his 3 Butcher Hordes weren't particularly good for this map because all 3 of them basically say we don't care about difficult terrain.
Yeah, you've got
Pathfinder, Sharpness, and the boots.
Yeah, the budget, the stock standard, and the Cadillac of Pathfinder with Sharpness.
Okay.
It's so good.
Yep.
So we are seeing the Planner Apparition try to block line of sight from the Beast of Nature.
Yep. Seems like a pretty solid play. What do you do with those needle fangs on the hill, though? Do you try to snipe out the druid? Do you try to get rid of some chaff? You can't really hit anything further over.
They're not fast enough to hit the druid.
Yeah.
They're not? Is he not in 14?
No, he's in 15.
14.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
He can't land in Moonfang's front.
No.
So really, he only has 2. If he wants to charge, he only has 2. He could just throw him under the Wiltfather bus and push with everything else. That doesn't seem great, though.
Then yeah, I mean he's got 2 chaff pieces to his 1 here now, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh no! So as mentioned earlier, the Planner Apparition does not block line of sight to butchers on a hill.
Yeah.
No. I hope the hill is height 2.
The hill is height 3.
Is it height 3 this time? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
In the one that Tom Annis posted, it was height 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so hopefully he'll check that. I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, hills are labeled as height 3. No. So they are very much in danger of getting a rear charge.
That hurts.
Though if he puts the Flesh Ripper there... Oh, no, it's out of arc. Never mind. Yeah, that...
That is very expensive bait, if that is...
Is he putting the Flesh Ripper there just to... I don't know.
I guess to deny more flank and rear shenanigans, or from him landing in this rear zone.
Really. I guess he is threatening to hit the beast if the beast hits the butchers.
Yeah, but I think the intention is just to stop the beast from just jumping over the planer.
Right. Right. He's threatening to pivot 10 pivot somewhat, though he could still do it.
Yeah.
And land behind the Reapers. But you just rear charge the butchers in that case, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
Butcher, yeah. charge the butchers in the rear, throw your chat piece in the front just to grab a couple of extra wounds and ensure it.
Or even Moonfang.
Moonfang, yeah.
Or Moonfang,
Yeah. Because the Needle Fangs might block up the Panthers, but there's nothing he can do about Moonfang.
No. He's such a good character.
Looks like he is going into the Panthers. Makes sense. The Needle Fangs actually have a chance here. It's not a good chance, but it's a chance.
Yeah, they're no slouch when it comes to chaff on chaff battles.
Mm-hmm.
And they definitely hurt.
Yeah. At worst, you should waver them.
Yeah.
I think.
Let's see, 12 attacks on 5.
That's nearly 5, so... But,
yeah, it's 12 attacks on 5s and 3s, so...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not the best.
But it's only 9/11.
But it's only 9/11, so if they do like 2 wounds, they still just need a 7 to waver.
Right. Yep. There's anything could happen.
Yeah.
But they will block the Gurs from backing up and nimble and charge and block something. At least.
It looks like the Reapers are hiding from Moonfang.
Can they do that? How tall is Moonfang? Is he only 3?
3.
He's only 3. Okay, he can't see
the
tail.
height 3 hill, which clearly he knows is height 3 because he's using it to hide from Moonfang.
Yeah. So I hope he's not. He hasn't forgotten that the Beast and the Planar Apparition aren't height 6.
I guess the other question is: has Tom also forgotten the heights of both of those?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, he did leave something that looked like a big mistake till very last to go back and fix last turn.
That's true. So maybe he'll notice the butchers before he's done with his movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And we see he's recognizing that the Shadow Hulk can get charged, right? And that's why he's trying to make sure that the Beast doesn't have a landing zone, though currently it does.
Yeah.
But he's still positioning it.
Still.
Yeah, no, still definitely has a landing zone towards the front side there.
It's almost like Justin saying, okay, your Beast can get a good charge, and then I'm just going to kill it.
Yeah,
I mean, a Flesh Ripper in the flank isn't going to... That's what, 10 attacks?
Yeah. 10s on 3s and 2s, probably?
3s and 3s. I think they're only crushed 2, right?
Oh, yeah, and the Beast is defense 5, yep.
Yeah. So... Not a great
only
chance
crushed 2.
to come up there.
Mm-hmm.
And a very good chance that the Butcher Hood goes down between Moonfang and a vicious 21 attack Beast of Nature in the rear.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think he needs to get Moonfang in on the butchers.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I'm not sure if he can see them now, with the Needlefangs probably being on the hill.
Yeah, but the butchers are on the hill.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right. He just needs to back those butchers up so that they're...
The problem.
There we go.
Okay. If he could have just randomly wavered the Beast there, so...
Yeah, those butchers need to be back so they're only like 49% on the hill so they can see but not have their height to it.
That's
correct.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's asked Tom if they can see, and Tom has also forgotten and said out loud, no, you can't charge anything. He can't see over the planar.
Gentleman's agreement.
That's possible.
Doesn't work.
We'll see. We'll see what happens next turn.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to combat.
All right, Needlefangs get 2 hits.
So slightly under.
And no damage. I don't think they're vicious. Nice.
Yeah, that is wow.
Yeah, because they don't get thunderous because they're flying, right?
Right.
That's right. So they just needed 3s. They couldn't get 1. All right, let's see.
So sharpness.
The sharp butchers.
I guess you rather want to pick up those than the Gerpunters.
Right. This one has a good chance with sharpness on the butchers. We'll see.
Let's hit on 3s and wound on
It's a good hit.
2s.
15. Oh, man.
15 on 18s are really good. Wounded on 2s, that's 12 wounds.
12. They're what, a 15, 17?
There, 15,
It's a
17.
5.
Fired.
5 once.
Drum roll.
Yeah,
Feel
really.
like catching.
Come on. Come on, guys.
Oh,
dead.
yeah. I get it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he backs up, yeah, that also works.
Yeah. Pivot to look at the Spirit Walkers so you can charge the Spirit Walkers after they kill your butchers.
And deny the Bray Hunters on the left of charge.
Yeah.
Well, they have a charge.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If he disengages the other Bray Hunters, they should.
No, the other Bray Hunters are going to be dead.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hopefully.
And-
fours can swing.
Right.
Sure.
And if he pivots any more, they're going to be in the flank. So I don't think he can totally deny them the charge.
Mm-hmm.
And just to remind everyone, that's 12 wounds on the Sharpness Butchers, not 3.
Right. So potentially Bray Hunters in the front could just kill them.
Oh yeah.
So that's what he's measuring here. We're checking the exact size of Bray Hunters' frontage to see if they can slide in there at all.
And currently they definitely can.
I guess it's trying to find the center, perhaps. I'm not sure.
To figure out if they're in the
Maybe?
flank or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they're in the flank, then it doesn't matter. They can just slide in.
And where he is right now, it's very close. But he can
I mean,
easily
yeah.
pivot, just say, okay, just barely putting them in front, and then moving on.
Yep. So that's what he's done. He left him in the front there.
7 wounds.
Ooh.
And they're 14,
That's all
16.
9.
14, 16. Yep.
It's a pretty good nerve for. Oh, there's a 9.
There's a 9.
Or just get exactly what you need.
So there's where he pays for that no giving inspiring gamble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now this is. It's definitely
Now,
Spirit Walkers in the front. I would take the Bray Hunters in the flank any day over the Spirit Walkers.
right. The Bray Hunters also probably just want to charge that unit that already has 12 damage on them.
Yeah. 100%.
The other option is to double charge that horde. But I think he wants to go for both units.
Yeah, screw him.
Yeah.
Give it the flank. If you take the flank on that instead of killing the other horde of butchers, like you're doing Justin a favor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just offer him a flank and say the hell with it.
Yeah, the Spirit Walkers should survive a turn of combat from that J Boots Butcher Horde.
Okay, looks like he's looking at sidesteps. Maybe because a 3-inch sidestep gets him out of arc of the Bray Hunters.
Could be.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's not going to do that, which
because I feel like on the reform, the last thing you want to do is leave the Bray Hunters in a position where they can block your other butcher's charge on the Spirit Walkers. And if you sidestep too much, you might end up parking the Bray Hunters right in front of your butchers after you die. Right. You want to leave the back ones a clear line. Or if you sidestep that way.
If you sidestep that way, he can't charge. Was that the way he started facing?
No, he's pivoted and then started sidestepping.
Yeah. I think the Bray Hunters are nimble anyway, so they'll still just turn and run around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Right.
So like you can't stop the charge on the back unit. All you can do
If he could end up where he is right now, he would, but yeah, I don't think.
Interesting. They're going with it.
He didn't even roll the sidestep. What is going? What are they doing?
They're testing things.
Okay.
They should be pretty much flush with the forest.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, the charge was unhindered, so that's not the way they returned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot to get out of.
There we go. That's where he started.
Yep.
I do
Still in the
enjoy the
flank.
stalemate in the middle of the Shadow Hulk and the Wolffather just staring at each other.
It's pretty great.
You coming over here? I'm not coming over there. Are you coming over here? I'm not going over there.
Interestingly, the Wiltfather could also go into those butchers. Might not be the best
10,
move, but
6, 9, 12. No, they're too far.
Yeah, no.
no.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, he doesn't have arc. He doesn't have arc. Never mind. Oh,
So
we were looking at different butchers.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the ones on the hill. Yeah, no.
Yep. He doesn't have arc to him. Never mind.
Yeah, Justin moved them up enough to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's him. There's Tom verifying. Mm-hmm. Oh no, this is just Tom's turn.
This is Tom's turn. Tom's doing it.
Okay, sorry.
So it looks like Tom is choosing to bring the shaman in, probably to Bane chant the Spirit Walkers.
Yeah, with the Bane chant, he's looking at around 77%.
Which is going to mean inspiring the. Now, there's a spot he could be that doesn't inspire them and still gets within 12, but oh well.
Yeah, he really needs the Bane chant to try and one-shot them here. Without
it,
it's not nearly as good.
I'm just thinking there's a spot like 4 inches back from his current position, or 3 inches back, where he's within 12 of his unit, but not the butchers.
There we go. Yep.
And they're switching the 12 to a 6 and 6.
Yep. All right.
Right back.
Sure. All right. So Tom has pretty much committed on the right there. If the dice go well for him this turn, he'll have cleared that flank.
If he just picks up all 3 butcher hordes this turn, it's possible.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they decided about
the left.
The left, about the planer and the beast. All right, so he's moved the beast forward and turned it, suggesting that
he's
maybe
doing a 10-inch
10-inch pivot.
Yeah, he did a 10-inch reposition.
So they both probably forgot.
They probably both forgot the heights. Yeah. Okay.
Height 6.
Is he also getting that the Fresh Ripper has speed 6?
Right, and he's currently also getting flanked by a Flesh Ripper, so he shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, that's not a great spot for him. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, he's within charge range, and it's in the flank.
I think the Flesh Ripper would be hindered, but still not good.
Yeah, that's what 10 attacks on 4s if it's hindered,
and 3s.
3s to might even be able to move the planer to block hinder.
I was just gonna say he might.
You're right. Yeah. He could, because I keep forgetting that the planar apparition is nimble. So weird. See what Moonfang does.
Well, at least they gave us tasty questions to ask them at the end of the game.
Yeah. How tall is a beast of nature?
I'm going to make a note of this and ask, why did rear charge the butcher on the hill?
Okay, geez, I'm getting light, like, right in my eye.
It's a bit risky with Beast of Nature in there on its own, but I really think you could be able to get Moonfang in, at least if it moves the Gar Panthers away to just to the left.
Well, he can't. There's not much the Gar Panthers can do with Moonfang still there. But Moonfang could absolutely pivot right, move up, pivot again, and hit the butchers. Moonfang could do it as is.
Yeah.
Cannot the Gar Panthers just move 5 inches to the left.
I don't remember what the rule on that is now, because that's something that's covered by the new FAQ.
Yeah, no, the new FAQ, they have to, at the end of disengaging, they have to be an inch away, so they can't do it unless they're withdrawing the inch.
But they could pull 5 inches back.
That is
Yeah.
also
Oh, you're right. They could just back. No, they could. They definitely could.
Are they speed 10?
They're speed 10.
They're speed 10, yeah. Speed 10, nimble.
What you want
They're great chaff. 85 points.
They're almost gargoyles.
Almost. Pathfinder. Might make them slightly better than being able to fly in some situations.
Yeah.
You can get pretty much anywhere on the board.
In some situations. Potentially useful. Well, he didn't get hit, but when you get hit, still being able to pivot can actually be a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Not losing it. All right, so we're in the top of turn 3. I guess Tom is making any final decisions about how to deal with the middle of the board.
He still hasn't moved the Wilt Father.
Yeah, he just backed Moonfang up. Yeah, he did.
Yes, he pivots it.
Okay.
They've also got more than 40 minutes on their clock. Cloak of Death, sure. Dropping 1 wound on the Needlefangs. They both got more than 40 minutes on their clock. They're playing on 70-minute clocks. And it's top of turn 3, so they're doing fine on time. So that should be everything then. Tom has moved everything. And he doesn't have any shooting other than a Bane Chant.
Right, which presumably is going on the Spirit Walkers?
Yeah, it has to at this point.
Well, the other option is the Bray Hunters to increase the chances of them killing those butchers.
It's moving the Beast of Nature again.
Did we realize that height 6?
Also, at some point, that Druid did move to be within 12 inches of the Spirit Walkers, but not either of the Butcher Hordes.
Yeah.
I missed him actually moving that, but he did.
Yep.
He did that.
Yeah, he slid it down table. So, all right, so he's put the Beast of Nature back. So it's possible that right now they're having a very difficult conversation about how Justin did his whole turn, assuming that the Beast couldn't see anything.
Or it's possible that Tom just noticed he was within 12 inches of the Flesh Ripper and is repositioning while getting outside of 12.
6, 9, 12. I think you're right. I think that's what he's doing.
Yep.
So that's what he's done. Okay. So our
Which
question
means
from
we
earlier
will
stands.
have to ask them what height is a Beast of Nature, what height is a Planar Apparition, and what height are Butchers on top of a height 3 hill.
Yeah. I also think what's happening now brings to mind the discussion on Fanatics about takebacks on UB games. Did any of you catch that?
Yeah, I
yes.
Thread, I believe. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not. I don't know. As long as you don't end the turn, I think it's okay with UB. I mean, in competitive play, you see a lot of empty bases being used. There's not as much of an entire turn going back.
Right.
Yeah, I also think it's fine, and I guess it's something you should perhaps agree upon at the beginning of the game, but I think there are so many players who think takebacks on UB is okay, so you never ask.
Right. I definitely think different, like for physical games, different groups and areas have different rules around, or unwritten rules around it. And like you mentioned, it'd be great if people were talking it through beforehand, but we aren't. because we're used to people playing by our own rules about it.
Yep.
So then you get people with extremely different ones. And my guess is that's what happened.
So that's one short of a waiver on the Needle Fangs in the middle.
Yeah,
correct.
And he got off as well. So
and he got Bane Chant.
And he got Bane Chant. I
big
assume it was on the Spirit Walkers.
Yep. So here they
got
go.
22 hits.
13 wounds.
13 damage. And 19. He got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The enchant was a very big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have dropped it down to 7 wounds if he hadn't Bane Chanted.
And they're not even wavered.
Yeah. So that's a big deal.
Dealing with those Spirit Walkers was an issue at the beginning of the game, and it is just compounding as it goes on.
Oh! Look at those Brace Striders go!
All right. That was what, 4
great.
wounds?
Yeah.
5.
I guess with that
5?
nerve roll, he only needed 1, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was good damage.
That middle is looking
Nice.
fairly grim.
Yeah.
It's the issue against Herd is that you just, unless you can at least stagger your speed a little bit, they just get to dictate the charges throughout the game unhindered, which starts to add up.
And I think here's where moving up with all that stuff is going to be an issue for Justin, because Tom's going to be able to redeploy those Spirit Walkers into the middle a lot better than he would have been able to if he were up in the corner and had to deal with the rocks.
You're 4. Tom went first, didn't he?
Was that just Tom's 3?
I think that was top of 3, right?
Yeah, it should be.
We're scrolling up. Yep, they said Tom's 3, and now Tom just said it was Justin's 4.
One of the few times, that you should step
Okay.
in. Losing a turn is a little bit.
Okay, they may have talked it over.
Yeah. Justin.
Mm-hmm.
So
Justin probably said, no, it's my 3rd turn, not my 4th turn.
What do you do?
What do you do? Yeah, I don't know. You've got that beast behind you that nothing can get to. Everything's farther away. Like all the unit strength is further away than you can really get to this turn. Yeah. Get those Needle Fangs out of the way. Or you didn't do any wounds last time, so it's tough to rely on them to do anything. But you don't necessarily want to put your butchers in any closer.
Mm-hmm.
And everything on this table is fresh for Tom too. Like he has no easy pickups.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lost a regiment of Brace Striders. That's the only unit he's lost so far, I think.
Okay. I see where he's coming from here. Use the Needle Fangs to block for the butchers after the combat. I don't think he'll be able to keep Moonfang from getting in, but Moonfang alone is not going to kill butchers.
Yep. And if he positions right, he can keep the Wolf Father off of the butchers next turn.
Right.
They're still gonna have that Beast of Nature in their rear, I suppose.
Yep.
Unless it turns to have rear to Moonfang, which is not better.
No. He'll probably make it flank on the repositioning, but hey, he could put the Planar Apparition in front again.
Yeah.
Since
he
it worked last time.
Get Moonfang on front and Beast of Nature on flank.
Yeah.
The planner should be able to block line of sight again, but it's an unfortunate. I guess there's nothing to heal, so it's not the worst.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to mind fog those Gar Panthers.
Oh, I see the ones you're looking at. Yeah. He might be able to do both, because he can't put the beast in the Planar Apparition's front.
Yeah, but that's really, really, really where you want it, though, so it gets ensnared.
Right, but I just don't think the Planar Apparition could have moved to a point where it was blocking the line of sight and in the beast's front.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it can. I mean, it's nimble,
Without
so
three
it at least
pivots.
gets. Yeah, it at least gets 2 pivots. I guess we'll see.
But he's already pivoted twice to face the right direction.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. He turned more than 90 degrees to get there.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough.
But it looks like he is going to put the beast in the flank with the planar apparition that still isn't actually tall enough to do this, but they let it slide last turn.
I don't know if the butchers are on the hill anymore, are they?
Oh, they might be off the hill now. You're right.
Close. It's close. They might still be a little long.
Yeah. But yeah, losing your planer right now is a lot better than the butchers. Oh, we're going with.
Okay, that is a third pivot, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it depends. Yeah. So let's take it back and see if I pivoted more than 90 to get there the first time.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Definitely.
Sure. So now see if you can do the same maneuver, only pivoting 90.
He's already pivoted more than 90.
I am fairly certain I'm going up against her for my matchup this round again.
Nice.
Well. So this is nice to see play out.
Yeah, got to stay the full inch away, which he is. I got to try to hide everything. Yeah, this is rough. That's a good successful alpha strike at this point level is just so hard to come back from.
1800 is a very weird point level.
1800 is weird.
Yep.
That is still.
And I mean it's still a rear, and that's basically what we're seeing here is, you know, Tom brought basically an alpha strike flank and hit first. Went first, hit first. Justin hasn't necessarily made any mistakes. Tom just one-shotted a horde.
The one mistake he might have done is to not pivot the zombies enough to stop the beast.
To stop the beast.
Or at least get that charge. Maybe put a wound on around him.
Yeah, I still think the Flesh Ripper up early and not covering the overrun there was.
Yeah, I agree. He could have used the Flesh Ripper to help zone out the beast.
Yeah, that was his job.
Sure.
Other than that,
over on the left.
Yeah, on the left. The right side was right side, and not a lot can be done once you get alphaed and the dice.
I think he could have, or maybe should have, sat back a little more on the right side.
It's tough.
I guess,
it doesn't take long for them to close the gap.
It doesn't, but he could have stayed. He could have stayed back a little bit so that blocking terrain protected the flank of the furthest horde of butchers over, and he wouldn't have had to have angled them to stay in the front.
It would just to help keep the, what do they call it, guardian brutes from getting into the right.
Yeah. Or just make the whole thing take a turn longer for Tom to get there.
Wow, that beast can still rear charge the butchers now.
Yep.
This is just such a tough spot to be in. He is almost completely surrounded at this point.
Yeah, but is that beast going to rear charge the butchers or the Shadow Hulk?
I would go butchers.
I mean, assuming that the butchers win this combat, they can turn so it's a flank instead of a rear.
Yeah. And still put Moonfang in the front.
Yeah.
If they turn, though, it's going to put Wiltfather in the front. And
right.
You should be able to fit both. It depends on how much that the Needle Fangs block here.
All right. How much of a turn are we going to undo?
I mean, he's got the clock. He should burn it.
Right. He does have 37 minutes.
Right. And it's only the bottom of turn 3, so there's another 3 turns that he's got to survive.
70 is a long clock for 1800.
It really
Yeah.
is. So how many scoring units are still left on 3, 4, 5, 6 scoring units still left for Tom. It should go down to 5.
And 7 for Justin.
7 for
the zombies.
Justin. Because, yeah, that is one thing. Was Justin's entire army scoring?
Yeah.
All 11
Okay.
units.
But I think Tom had all but 1.
He had 8, was it? No, 9. Yeah, all but 1. Just the druid.
Yeah. And sometimes with games like this, when it comes down to the end of the game, it's having scoring units alive more than how much unit strength you have that matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I ran up against a Kingdoms of Men list with 3 flying heroes.
Right.
I mean, he won the game otherwise, but those 3 flying heroes really put it over the top. Like, I can't keep them from flying into whatever square they want.
Especially at low point games. Answers and still keep your core.
Yeah. And it seems like so often it's less about having more unit strength in a square than just being able to get a scoring unit to a square.
To the square you need a scoring unit.
Because so much stuff is dead. And having flying scoring units that you can just whip around and send into any one that's open at the end is so useful.
Especially with a giant square camp taking up
a third of the table.
Table.
Right.
Yep. Justin taking a good long time to think about what to do here.
There's no way that Tom is taking that top left square from Justin with those zombies
I guess
there.
we're seeing the mind fog on the Girl Panthers.
Yep.
Oh, I get it finally.
You got a hit.
They are inspired.
No, yes. Yeah, no.
No.
Only 5. 5 was shattering, but still not enough. So that'll take us into combat here in the middle of the table.
Reapers
Yeah.
are just turned around, and then they're going to get flown over.
Yep. But you got to threaten it with something.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
There's no other option. You have.
Well, he's also using the Reapers, I think, to protect the flank of his Shadow Hook.
Oh, I still think the beast could fit there, to be honest.
It can fit, and then if it doesn't kill the Shadow Hook, it gets rear charged by Reapers.
Yeah.
Seven wounds. Bringing them up to 8. And a 5. We'll get them. Just needs one more time. Only needs, what, a 3?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
What are they? 10, 12, or 9, 11? I forget.
9/11.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he gets
so they're dead. We'll see what he does on these pivots.
Yeah, I think they have to decide now if the butchers are going to be on or off the hill after the reform.
I assume that's Needlefang going forward?
That'd be my guess. Okay, yep, there they are.
Yep. To block
I'll
the tree
place them
herder
personally.
from hitting the butchers.
Yep.
Moonfang can still nimble in there, but
Nimble around, yep. So now he just needs to turn them. He just needs to turn them to put the beast in the flank, really. 3, 6, 12, 15. Yep, like that. And Moonfang's in the front.
And Gur Panthers.
And the Gur Panthers
the Gur Panthers are in the front.
And the Wolffather's in the front, but he can't get through.
Wolffather's not getting in there.
Yep, that's the best. That's really the best you can do.
I think the butchers are on the hill.
I think they probably are, yeah.
It doesn't matter at this point because he's not even
he's not screened.
Trying to block with the planar apparition.
Yeah.
That flesh.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, he put the planar back. I guess he figured it's not worth the trouble of trying to chase down the beast with the planar if you're not actually blocking line of sight to anything. So,
do you think he forgot about repositioning the Flesh Ripper after moving the planar, or was that intentional?
I don't think so. It's still just barely within 12. So he can still charge it, but like the beast is not going to be there, so getting any closer doesn't make sense. And it's at least out of arc there.
I feel like pivoting to look down towards his butchers by the hill would have been a better call.
Yeah, I don't think there's
over there.
Well, where the Beast of Nature is gonna be, where the butchers can charge him next turn, or where it will matter.
I think the Beast of Nature is going to be in the flank of the butchers next turn.
Yeah, I mean where the Flesh Ripper is, I think he could get to. If the Beast of Nature charged the Shadow Hulk, he might be able to get there. 3, 6, 9, 12.
Mm-hmm. Or the Reapers.
Or the Reapers, yeah, he could come help on either of those.
But it looks like he is double charging the butchers with Moonfang and the Beast.
Probably into Shadow Hulk.
Which...
Because that's the only thing that can threaten the Beast at this point, other than a planer in the rear.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So chaff up Shadow Hulk.
Mm-hmm. And then throw in... Wilt Father's going to hit those Needle Fangs, and then the Cloak of Death should hit. It's one more point on those butchers.
So once he loses his chaff,
he might want the Gur Panthers on the butchers, because there is no certainty, I think, that Moonfang and Beast will take it down.
The flank on those Reapers is pretty juicy, though.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but he's just chaffing up the Shadow Hulk. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I keep expecting them to fight like Tundra Wolves, and they're just not.
Yeah, no.
Not even close.
No.
Yeah, if it chaps off the Shadow Hulk, sure. But I don't think they do.
I don't think it does, unless he somehow gets the kill, but it's not happening.
Huh, okay. So he's not charging the Shadow Hulk, he's just getting in its way, which will pull it down.
Is he going to try to shoot it? No?
No. He's going to make it... He's going to make it expose its flank to the Spirit Walkers.
Yeah. It's a good play.
Yeah, it's going to be... Because if they charge it there, then his flank is still covered by that impassable terrain. If you block it there and make it come forward to charge you, you expose your flank. But you can't get to the Spirit Walkers because you can leave them just out of his 12. Yeah.
Yep, and it looks like that's what he's doing.
Yep. So come kill some Panthers and then get hit by Spirit Walkers.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you sidestep like crazy. Which I don't know that you'd even be able to do because they've got wild charge, so they might catch anyway.
Not if he sidesteps through. Oh no, maybe. Yeah. Depends on what he rolls on the sidestep and the wild charge.
Exactly.
So who knows?
It's super risky. It's super risky. But that's the dilemma that Tom has left for him. It's like, what do you want to
do? Just pivot and take the Shadow Spirit Walkers to the face.
I don't know.
That poor Flesh
It depends on if those butchers die or not.
That poor Flesh Ripper, right? He's just been running in circles next to that fucking camp all game, looking for something to do and can't find anything. Nothing will stay still.
Jeez.
I think the butchers have a fair chance of surviving.
Yeah. I still think
maybe not if there's a Bane chant on the Beast of Nature.
Well, there isn't going to be on the Beast. He can hit Moonfang though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Enchant Moon Nick.
Nope. Oh, does he have the Conjurer's staff? He still failed, but he must have the Conjurer's staff.
Yeah, he's got the Conjure staff, but didn't get it.
Because they are probably going to do like 10 damage.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 twice.
Yep.
And he's
He'll be inspired,
definitely inspiring him.
Yep. Tom has no one to blame but himself there for the Bane chant not going off, since that's the character he named after himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Not too terrible.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, vicious.
Oh, but he's vicious.
Okay, so he only lost 1 to the Bane chant and still got like 11 instead of 12 or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know. How much damage did he do?
Looks like...
He did 12, I think. Yeah, he did 12.
Yeah, okay.
Cloak of Death makes it 13.
13. Yeah, Yeah,
he needs a 5 twice.
Yeah.
They're dead.
11 and a 6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Takes out the third Butcher Horde.
I still think that's a bit lucky on Tom's part.
It was.
Well,
it wasn't unreasonable, but it was a bit of luck.
Yeah,
So
maybe, I don't know, 40-30% chance of taking him off.
Yeah, I mean, what Moonfang did five wounds on 7 dice.
On
Yep.
6 dice.
On 6 dice. Then the beast probably rolled about what it should have. Pretty close.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little low.
And then
No, I think half is right with 3s
Half's
and 3s.
about right, yeah. Yeah, half is low side. Average is closer to 7 than 8, so 7's about right.
totaling everything up, he had around a 68% chance to kill there.
Okay. So a bit of luck.
Yeah. Bringing
But
in
not.
the
Yeah. Oh, man, and these Reapers are just totally looking the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I guess they were there for blocking the flank charge on the Shadow Hulk.
Mm-hmm. And also to threaten the
Butcher
beast.
is doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wiltfather alone kills the Needlefangs. Big surprise.
Oh, Nick Williams is going to be so angry. They didn't roll out the damage.
No, I think they did.
No, they didn't bother rolling the flank at all.
No, because Wiltfather alone made it double ones when he did 7 damage.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I see it now. Sorry.
Still.
Right.
Still didn't bother rolling the flank attacks.
I don't know.
I
He
guess
only
that
has
it makes
30
sense.
more minutes.
It makes sense.
So this game has gotten very small in the last 2 rounds. We're down to carrying about a third of the table.
Okay, and this time it actually is turn 4.
Yeah, bottom of 4 now. Yeah, shit, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. You're outrun.
I don't know.
2 of your units.
I would move the zombies the other way and just hope to hide in the corner.
Yeah, I'd be doing the same. It's just running them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he can still get the point for holding that corner. Like, it's going to be hard to put, well,
No, you can
2 unit strength he can do, but 3 is going to be a pretty big commitment into that corner. And I
Might be
feel
able to put the
like...
Bray Hunters in there fairly quick.
Yeah, he could get Bray Striders in there. Are they unit strength 3? Or are they only 2?
2.
2.
They're only 2.
Yeah.
But them and the Beast or something. And I'm curious what he does with this Shadow Hulk. I don't think he can pivot, or I don't think he can kill the Panthers and then pivot to a spot that puts both Moonfang and the Bray Striders in his front, or Bray Striders, Spirit Walkers in his front.
Or even the Beast.
Yeah.
The Beast, he can... The Planar Apparition can block the Beast again.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got enough here now that I'd almost be tempted to run the Beast to kill zombies.
Yeah?
There's a lot of killing power in the middle of that board.
What?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Try sending it into the... It doesn't have a lot of attacks, but they don't have a lot of nerve, and the flank you might do it. And then you don't have to expose your Shadow Hulk to the Spirit Walkers.
Yeah. But they'll be able to charge the front of it. Oh, no, sorry. Are they in the flank or is it dead middle? They're still in the flank, yeah.
I think they're in the flank.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you pop that, you turn your planer so everything's in the front that can get to it, and
Right.
you take a charge and ensnare them and try to counterpunch with your Reapers or your. So I mean he doesn't have a whole lot of options. I was kind of thinking that this something like this would probably be what I would try at this point too, just see if you get lucky with the planer.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
it's a good move. It's what the shot you have to try to save something out of this.
Yep.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's not worth throwing the Beast and Moonfang at the Reapers, but I feel like he should be doing more to protect the Reapers.
Yeah, I don't know. There's only so much left that he can protect things with. So I think the planar apparition started in the woods, so it's going to be hindered. So it's going to hit on 4s. So that'll be 8 attacks on 4s and 2s, I think. Pure Panthers are what? Defense 3? Yeah, so 4s and 2s.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the planar doesn't fly.
Oh, and it's got Dread too. This is such a weird.
It's got Dread. Yeah, so it adds one more. Like it could do it. 4 hits, three wounds plus Dread on a 9/11 unit. That's probably better because if you don't kill it, you haven't given a flank to the Spirit Walkers with the unit that failed to kill. You've just given a flank to the Beast of Nature.
Okay, and now they're seeing that the Spirit Walkers cannot fit on the flank of the Shadowhawk.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's a crap situation to be in, and so at this point you're just looking for like, what can I do that creates the least exposure for me? I can't block everything. I can't chaff anything up. Yeah. Where can I put things to deny as many charges as possible and try to hold on to have something still on the table at the end of the game? I wonder if after this round is over, if when they count the stats, we're going to find that like more people got tabled this round.
I would not be surprised at lower point values.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right, combat. I think we just have the one.
I think so. Let's see what this planar apparition can do.
I'd also assume that this round you're going to see a lot more combat-based armies, so there'd be less units sitting back shooting, just given the terrain.
Sure.
Oh.
7 hits. Bring it.
It's a good start. 5's still pretty good.
Still 2s. Yeah, so 5 with Dread, that makes it 6, so he just needs a 5 twice. It's pretty good. There's a 9. And a 5 still gets it with Dread.
With Dread?
Yep. Hope he remembers it.
Yeah, does he know he has Dread? Okay, he got it.
I hope so. I hope so. All right. Now you get your reform. You can put everything in the flank. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's completely out of the Spirit Walkers. It just needs a turn to put everything in the front like that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and now that I see it, he's able to do that in such a way that protects the Reapers fully.
The Reapers from a lot, yeah.
From getting double charged by
certainly
2 of those anything.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. This is a better idea than I thought it was.
It's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
So the Beast of Nature flies back over them. I think it's 5 now.
Coming up the top of 5 for Tom. These guys can't remember what turn they're on. That's okay.
No.
The game's a blur. The game's just a blur. But yeah, like these are the kind of situations that like you find yourself in where like, okay, the plan hasn't worked. My opponent's closing in. I don't have a lot to work with. Mm-hmm. What can I do here in the bottom half of the game to preserve my position as best I can? Yeah. And I feel like that's a pretty solid move on his part.
He also needs to be figuring out how to score points.
Yeah.
which is why I like keeping the zombies in the top left, even though potentially Tom could throw some unit strength up there. But also, how does he pick up a kill on maybe the other Bray Hunters? Or something. Oh, he was not kidding about going all in.
But I was starting to count up Tom's scoring units, and he only has 5 left, so I don't think he's going to bother putting 2 in to block the zombies.
Right.
No.
And here,
so he's going to try max out his own score. Just put them in each zone, I guess.
You could probably fit the beast in there too if you wanted for a triple.
No, he's probably going to put the beast on the Reapers.
Something's got to hit the Reapers.
Or, oh, no, he can sneak him in the back.
Oh, was the beast in the flank?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he couldn't turn it.
That is an aggressive play right there.
Yeah, now you can half up the Reapers from being able to charge anything.
Right, he is going to lose. Or maybe not. He's going to lose his Bray Hunters, but he's very much risking his Bray Hunters there.
Yeah.
Yep.
To just get Reapered and Flesh Rippered.
I think he can afford it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you move the Spirit Walkers into the middle. You kill enough stuff that you got the unit strength there. Turn 6, you fly the beast over to the right to pick up that corner. Maybe be able to turn your Bray Hunters around if they live and run back down into your center. Yeah,
if not, Moonfang could do it.
Yeah, if not,
depending on how much unit strength he kills. Oh no, he's got the Spirit Walkers, so he's got the 2-point zone.
The 4 in the 2-point zone, yeah. So there's a Cloak of Death hitting everything except the Flesh Ripper and the zombies. 3 out of 5 remaining units.
Mm-hmm. And here I would like to add another sort of like imprecise movement. The Bray Hunters doesn't seem to be centered on the planar. And if they do, that's actually change the Flesh Ripper from being in the flank to being in the rear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're looking at.
Yep.
It's a good point.
We can just call Tom on cheating.
So hopefully he will see that when he'll do the combat.
Hopefully. I'm pretty sure the Bray Hunters are not going to kill a planar apparition to the front in one shot.
No. They're really not. But also, I'm not sure that matters if the Reapers don't have anything else to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess. But if the Shadowhawk survive, no, they're still not going to fit on the...
Yeah, they can't...
Moonfang.
No, the planar apparition would have to get out of the way somehow.
Yep.
Yeah, that can nimble turn and move to the left and just get out of there.
3.5?
Maybe you can just turn 90 and go away. The planar can turn 90 and go 7 away to the left.
Okay, he did inspire it, so it's not dead. But
very
he got
close.
surprisingly close to just killing that planar apparition there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, so here's Wolffather.
6 wounds. 7 wounds? No, 6 wounds.
6 wounds puts it up to 7 total. Yep.
I like how many things in this combat are giving everything else in the combat vicious.
Yeah, that's a lot of stacking.
Mm-hmm. The Beast of Nature is triple vicious right now.
That's 4 more wounds from Moonfang.
And then
5 more wounds.
8 more from the Beast.
Triple vicious.
Was that 4 enough?
No, I don't think so.
Well, no, the Beast is crushing 3, is it not?
No, it's crushed 2.
No, crushed 2.
Just 2.
So the Beast did 8. How many did Wildfather do?
Wolffather did all that he...
Like 7, I think?
3. Wolffather's crushed 3, so
that's 8. 8 from the Wolffather? Yeah, 7 there, and then a vicious reroll.
15.
Okay, so maybe it was enough.
Yeah, it was enough.
Okay.
This is a bad spot.
Yeah, Wildfather did 7. Moonfang did 4. is 12, and then yeah, he did like 20 damage. He was at like 20. Is it still turn 4?
How many
No.
Guys, it's turn 5.
These guys have done turn 4 like 3 turns.
All the middle turns are turn 4.
Correct.
But yeah, I still think he can pivot to planar 90 to the left and then run the Reapers into the Moonfang. I'm not sure if it helps, but it might.
Yeah.
Points are points at this stage.
If he thinks he can kill Moonfang and those Braced Riders... Oh, yeah. It looks like Flesh Ripper's just going to run into a corner and try and take his own.
These are easier points, but...
Okay.
No, the nature can rear charge him there.
Yeah, that's bad. So he doesn't need to get into the zone this turn. So if he goes like straight down out of the Beast's arc and then turns 6, pivots and goes into the square. Or 4th turn 4. Okay, Mike.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Still in the rear.
Like I said earlier, this is where I think it wouldn't matter if the Bray Hunters were actually positioned correctly.
Yeah.
Then he could have taken that rear charge. I guess he's hoping to get those points.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth 2. Your opponent's center is worth 2.
Yeah, this is more what I was thinking, where he goes there out of the Beast's arc, and even if something comes in to try and fight him for that zone. Oh boy.
Yeah, because technically right now that puts Justin in the lead with 3 points to 2, right?
Yeah.
But now he really has to kill those Bray Hunters, or they can just go in and take the zone.
Yeah.
Or the Spirit Walkers could just... they might not be fast enough, actually, with how big their base is. But they might be able to take it.
Yeah, they can walk in still and get majority. Measuring from middle, I think.
Looks like he's going for a double charge.
Yeah, but I guess the problem is that the Reapers will be on the right.
Yeah, the Reapers would go on that side.
Yep. So there's no way to
and
sort
I
it.
don't think the planar can warp across the Reapers to get on the left.
Nope, he can't.
No.
You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you can't teleport through something. Yeah, they're lining it up there to see.
But he could potentially just... Oh, I think they're checking line of sight, but I don't think they actually need to. Because I think the planar apparition is off the hill.
Well, it doesn't matter. The planar apparition is only height 5, and the Braced Riders are height 6.
Right. I was thinking if the planar apparition was on the hill, it would be height 9.
Right, but once again, they're acting under the assumption that the planar is height 6.
Yeah, or the hill is height 2.
Aren't they? Oh boy.
They're consistent. They're consistent.
They're very consistent about this.
They're not right, but they played it consistently the whole game, so that's all right. They don't know how tall their units are. They don't know what turn they're on.
Right. It's always turn 4.
Right.
Yeah. The unfortunate part is that it's always to Tom's benefit about the issue of the hill. Oh, no, it wasn't, because last time he wanted to charge.
Yeah, it definitely was not Tom's benefit when he couldn't rear charge butchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Bart's asking, can it just disengage a smidge, pivot, and move out of the way? And I think that's what the last FAQ fixed, that you can't disengage a smidge and then do anything else. You have to disengage the whole inch or not at all.
Oh,
I don't think they covered that.
I thought you just had to end further out. I don't know.
No,
I read the FAQ and
they're going to close that loophole. I think they didn't want to leave it as you have to withdraw a whole inch or not at all. But at the end of your withdraw, you have to be an inch away then, unless you're charging, I think. So you can't just disengage and then turn and run away, I don't think, anymore.
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay. It was part of that kind of thing where people were disengaging, withdrawing just a little bit, and then moving and ending an inch away.
Doing off whatever.
Right. It's like, no, you can't do that anymore. You've got to withdraw the whole inch, because at the point in time that you finish the withdraw, if you're not an inch away, it's not a legal move. Unless you're
Looks like he just countercharged.
Okay.
Which
sure.
Even doing 2 damage isn't significant.
Keeps the Reapers out of the
boxcars twice.
That's still just a waiver.
Yeah. They're 14. Yeah, that's right. That is just a waiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are we sure it's not turn 4?
It's the third turn 4. Okay, so now you're Tom. You've pretty well smashed your opponent's army, but you still have to make sure you're scoring enough points to win the game at the end of the game.
Right.
If the game ends on turn 6, so what do you do here? Back the Spirit Walkers up so they have that corner, yeah?
Yeah, you don't put the Spirit Walkers and the Braced Riders in the same zone.
Nope.
I would be testing to see if the Spirit Walkers can go into the bottom zone.
I would as well. Yeah. But more importantly, you're not putting them in the same zone as your Braced Riders. Absolutely. And you're flying him in. Someone needs to block the Reapers, probably the Wiltfather. And then, Moonfang goes and beats up the Planar Apparition.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I like this one.
I think you can just pull the brace back, or even turn back 1, nimble, pivot, and go 16 into the center.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also, assuming this turn doesn't go terribly for Tom. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That one I'm not sure is legal either.
It should be. If you pivot.
I'm not sure the first pivot is. I'd have to look.
Oh, yeah, because it's not a flyer.
Because he's withdrawing to an inch out and then pivoting to within an inch. Oh, good point. They're not nimble.
Because of ensnare.
Right.
They're not nimble anyway.
Okay. So he doesn't get to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then he can still just turn the Spirit Walkers and take his own center.
Mm-hmm.
This does deny him some points.
That doesn't give Tom more points, though.
Right, it just takes 2 points away from Justin, and they're bonus points. So doing it this way still gives Justin 2 bonus points, which is nice. That's a nice thing to do.
Actually, I think it's 3. I think you do get the 2 bonus points for controlling the opposite middle.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. So he'd get 3, and Tom would get probably 4.
Oh, sure. 3 for the zombie quadrant as well.
Yep, there's the zombies still.
Right.
It's the best use of 70 points in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So as it is right now, if the game ends on this turn, it'll pretty much end up being 3 points to 4 for Tom.
And I think all Tom does on turn 7 is put the Bray Striders into his own middle
Yeah, I guess.
to really
take 2 points from Justin and pick up an additional point.
And get both the big ones.
Yeah. Or I guess you could sidestep the Spirit Walkers. No, you can't walk them that far.
Nope.
If you get the Spirit Walkers into the bottom and turn your Brace Riders and send them into the corner the Spirit Walkers are in, then you can pick up an additional point without taking one away from Justin. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. So we've seen Cloak of Death, now shooting, so he's going to Bane Chant somebody, probably
the
Brace Riders.
only unit that he needs to.
Yep. And he gets it. So now we just got 2 combats, Wilt Father on Reapers and Moonfang in the flank with the planar, with the Brace Riders kind of charging in the front.
Looks like we're doing Wilt Father first.
Yep.
Father does not roll particularly well, but 6 damage is
6 wounds. Yeah, that puts them at 8, and he rolls another 8, so that's 16, which I think
that's a kill, but Wilt Father's inspiring. Oh, it's a waiver? Really?
Reapers are 14, 16.
That should have killed them.
Yeah, that does kill
them. Yeah, that should. We got Brew of Strength. Yeah, no, there's nothing that would give the Reapers another point of nerve, so that's just a...
That should have killed them.
Yep.
Okay.
Planar's dead.
I think he just made 3 nerve tests on the planar apparition, and he died on all of them.
The damage from the Brace Striders, they only hit twice.
Right.
Oh, they only hit twice?
Yeah, with Ensnare, they hit on 5s.
Or Bray Hunters, rather.
I've been calling them Brace Striders all game, too. Yep, and he's spinning them around to threaten his own bottom.
Yep.
Still, I'm confused what they saw with those Reapers, but...
It might have thought 15, 17, which would
make
them Soul Reapers.
Which is fair. I mean, they don't have Fury, so they can't... If they're wavered, if they think they're wavered, they're still just going to stand there and do nothing.
And I don't...
Strength 3.
And it's not enough unit strength to take that zone.
Yeah.
Or push them down from +4 to +3. So, same difference.
Or it's possible they're scrolling back up in the chat now to try to figure out what Tom rolled. To see if they should have killed it.
So if the game ends here and Justin loses by only 1 point and still gets 3 points out of this, I think that's pretty good. Thinking how it looked in the beginning.
Yeah,
definitely. And I'm not sure what else Justin would try to do on a turn 7.
Nothing. I mean, turn your Flesh Ripper around so he doesn't get rear charged by Bray Hunters.
And then
and nothing else can get to it. Just stay. Leave the zombies where they are.
You could also just move 6 inches and not get charged at all, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But then the Bray Hunters can still just ride in and take that zone from him.
But then in turn 7 he can turn and go to the left and take the left zone from the Beast of Nature.
Well, he can't take it, he can contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can deny him that 1 point. Or not, because Moonfang is going to get over there as well.
Right. No, Moonfang can't see over the hill.
But he can run 18 inches into the left corner.
Oh, that's true. He could. Yep.
Oh, sure. And then between Moonfang and the Beast.
Yep. So I think unless there's a turn 7, he moved the zombies. Okay, he's moving the Flesh Ripper a little further down, just in case he turns 7.
He's burying his stuff so it doesn't die.
Yep.
And hoping it just ends and he gets to hold his 2 quadrants for 3 points.
Yep.
That's by far the best case scenario.
Yeah. And I mean, I think between the zombies and that Flesh Ripper, that's probably enough points to keep Tom out of the +5 for attrition.
Yeah.
+5 is almost impossible.
Just because of the Reapers, though, I think, right?
Well, yes, just because of the Reapers, certainly. But
okay,
if the Reapers die in turn 7, then I think he still misses it.
Which one?
Oh, he rolled 2d6. Are they gonna...
Okay, so we are playing in turn 7, I think.
All right, so Tom will pick up the Reapers.
Yikes.
And deny 2 points to Justin.
Yep.
That is so unfortunate. Had he rolled a 1 dice on the first, I guess he would have gotten that 3.
No, because the way UB sorts it always goes low to high.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so the 3 wasn't necessarily the first one.
Yeah, you're right.
Insult to injury here, having to do a turn 7 after doing the best you can to squeeze three bonus points out of this game on objectives.
Yeah, now Tom is going to get another point and pick up another unit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he'll
and Justin is not going to get anything.
I actually wonder if Moonfang doesn't pivot 90 degrees and take bottom right.
They could do that as well.
And then,
take left,
and then
right,
he just
or bottom right.
Yep, and if Flesh Ripper wants to contest the Beast of Nature, it can.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
But if it does that... Ooh.
There's no reason not to, right?
Yep. If it does that, he still gets 1, 2, 3, 4 bonus points.
Oh, we're going under the assumption that a double ones happens here.
I don't think he can afford to not put the extra unit strength in the middle, in the top middle, to make sure that he holds it. Even if he doesn't kill.
King's bonus system is just 1 per quadrant, right? The opponent one doesn't actually matter.
I think it does in this system, but I'm not totally sure.
Pull it up. It's been a while since I've looked at the pack for this one.
But he's sacrificing a point to gain a point, and I think I would have stayed and just hoped the Willfather would kill them.
And just hope it. Yeah. In this case, he's guaranteeing that he gets +4 rather than going for a high chance of getting the +5 with a low chance of only getting +3.
Yeah.
Okay, Wiltfather does a lot of damage and does kill them. And presumably on turn 7, we're just going to see the Flesh Ripper run into the bottom left, even though it doesn't actually get Justin anything.
No, but it takes away something.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, they should definitely do it.
Right. He's doing it.
Does it take away anything? Just because Tom's got 5 points otherwise.
Right now, Tom only has 4.
No,
Flesh Ripper.
No, Justin Center is worth 2 points, right?
Yep.
Is it? No, yeah, for like the game scenario, yes, but for bonus.
Oh, Mike, I think you were gone. The Spirit Walkers went into Justin Center.
Oh, I see. So they did. Okay, yeah,
Yep,
then that would make it 4.
Yeah, we were talking about that because otherwise there's a chance Wiltfather just rolls double ones against the Reapers and he doesn't get Justin Center. Was probably his reasoning.
I'm gonna leave you guys, but remember to ask about that hill and those heights.
Yeah. What height is everything?
So good night, guys.
All right, night.
All right. So, hold on. Need to swap some banners around real quick.
All right.
So obviously.
Well, we've got Tom.
Hi guys.
We got Tom. We got Justin. Hey guys, welcome back.
Justin.
Thanks so much for letting us watch that. It was a very exciting game. It was fun to watch. low point level. It seems like like we've watched 2 games now, and at both times, like a successful alpha strike pretty well determines what's going to happen in the match at this point level. But there was one burning question that we wanted to ask both of you.
Who's asking it?
Over the course of the match, and that is, how tall is a beast of nature?
Height 5.
How tall is a planar apparition?
Height 5.
How tall are butchers on a hill?
I did see this, and I opted not to take it. I had seen it. I wasn't going to point it out to him that he's standing in front of us like, I can totally take the ass of those butchers. I didn't see, because it's not guaranteed to kill, in which case you're in trouble, so I was waiting for that moment.
Okay.
I was like, right. But I never got the moment. I was looking for the Reapers.
Okay. Yeah, because we were watching and we were like, oh, that's very clever. He's blocking the line of sight of the beast of nature that got behind him with the planar. Now it can't see anything. Oh, wait, it can still see the Shadow Hulk because it's height 6. Oh, but he can block that with the Reapers. Sweet. And now he can't see the butchers. And then you slid the butchers up enough to be on the hill, and we were like, oh no, don't leave them there. Oh no. I hope.
Yeah, I didn't have an opportune moment to go in there and mob them. And
but it didn't. I shifted his chaff, and it allowed me to turn around.
The next turn.
The next turn. Okay.
The next turn. Yeah. There was one turn that you were exposed there, and we were like, "Oh my god!"
I actually generally didn't see that.
Okay.
I saw it afterwards.
Sitting on that, waiting for the moment when it was perfect, and then he turned to give the flank. I was like, "No, I waited too long."
Right. Yeah. And because on that turn you flew the beast up out of the forest and turned it to stay away from the Fletch Ripper, and we were like, "Well, maybe Tom didn't see it either. Maybe they both forgotten how tall they are."
And then you backed up and we were like, oh, Tom must have seen it. And then you just moved the beast again so it was out of range of the Flesh Ripper. And it was like, oh,
yeah,
come on, Tom.
Yeah. So we were like, did they miss it? Did they like gentlemen's agree that they're not doing it? Or like what is going on over there? It was fun.
If the time was right, I was going to take that, definitely. But like, surprise, by the way, you're only height 5. Okay. But I didn't get the perfect. I was waiting for the perfect moment. A lot of this army, I feel like, is waiting for the time to strike. Is it soft?
Sure.
Man, it strikes so hard. So I had nothing there. I couldn't do anything other than just block and wait for a charge. I mean, that's the good thing about an Alpha Strike army, I guess.
Yeah. There were a couple of clever things that we thought you did. One, like early, we were wondering whether you noticed that Moonfang was in the flank of one of the butcher hordes, and like at the very end of your turn, you went back and turned it just enough, and we were like, "Oh, thank God he saw it," because we were like, "Oh, turn 2 is going to be so bad."
Yeah, I was so happy. I was waiting on that. I was like, "Oh, he hasn't seen it. I'm gonna go."
Yep.
It's the same moment with my butcher, Flesh Ripper, on your Beast of Nature. I thought, "You're gonna please leave it there. Please leave it there."
Yep. Just barely. And then there was another good one, kind of late game, where Tom had set up a trap to bait your Shadow Hulk out so that then he could pounce on it with the Spirit Walkers. And instead of walking into it, you sent the planar apparition into the flank of the dog. And picked him up. We're like, oh, that's good, because now he's got his planar in front of his Reapers, and he can ensnare whatever comes in to try to mop them up. We thought that was a really good example of like, okay, it's late game. You've had a rough game. You're trying to hold on to whatever you can. Like, find a clever way around the trap that your opponent set for you and put yourself in a better position than you were. Thought that was a pretty good move.
Yeah, if it wasn't a turn 7, it would have been 4-3 to him.
Yeah,
so it was close.
It was.
And if he double won the apparition, it would have been draw, I think. So.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. And the Reapers were still on the table. I think when we added it up, the Reapers should have died to the first charge from the Wolffather.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because he did 8 wounds and then you rolled an 8 and they're 14-16. But I think you guys left it on the table because you might have thought it was 15, that the Reapers were 15-17 maybe.
Are they 14-16?
They're 14-16.
14-16, but we counted it as 14 for some reason. Because
that's
how that happened.
That's why and so that's where we're like, oh wow, so now if the game ends, Tom's left a unit on the table that he should have killed. That's like another 200 points that Justin holds on to. And it ends with Justin walking away with 3 points from a loss.
Just another stat I forgot, just like the Shaman not being a Shaman because it's a Druid and therefore speed 5 and not speed 6.
Oh, yeah, when you moved it 6 inches that one time, I got that.
They're not speed 6, I'm like, oh yeah, it's not actually a Shaman, I just called it a Shaman.
It's just a Druid.
You can't actually give yourself a battlefield promotion like that. It doesn't work that way.
I bet you
game,
wanted
man.
him to be Bane Champ 3 too.
Yeah, pretty much. It didn't do it, but hey.
Hey, you only missed once. I mean, it's not bad with the Bane Champ.
Yeah. But I didn't get the stuff failed me when I needed it that one time.
My mind fog was just amazing, you know.
It popped out.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's how Mind Fog always is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd like to hit just to have the chance, you know. It would be great.
Just to get to roll the dice on a 9/11 unit to see if you can at least waver it or something.
With shattering, I think they've got shattering.
Yeah,
it's got shattering.
Yeah, Mind Fog is shattering.
Yep.
My big one was I looked to the right flank and I took that Guardian Brute Horde in and I did 12 damage and I rolled a 3.
3.
Oh no! I played it risky by not putting any inspiring over there, so he didn't get any inspiring. So I thought I one shot it. 6 once that's a good chance, like 33 off 40% odds or whatever.
Yeah. And I got a 9 on your Bray Hunters as well.
Yeah. I paid off on the Scarecrows in return though when I got an 11 on them, but nothing was nearby, so I went, off you go.
Yeah.
A whiff roll.
Yeah, that was pretty big when you went in with your Spirit Walkers on the Scarecrows and like, what was it? You hit a huge number of times, but then
I did.
got a ton of ones. Or
15 out of 30 attacks hitting on 3s, and then I did like 12 damage. I needed I did crap, but I needed a big roll, and then I got a really big roll. So it averaged out, but
that was pretty great.
Yep, and I think you even went back and moved your Druid back a little bit to make sure he wasn't inspiring anything before you went in.
Right, that was that turn.
That's why I did that. Yeah. And then we were like, oh, right, they're only speed 5, so it doesn't matter because I backed him off not to be in range anyway. So.
Right. Didn't want to be that close anyway. All right. Any other questions from the commentators? I don't think we had any from the audience.
Pretty much everything. It was a very well played game.
Yeah, no, great game. Fun to watch. Thanks so much, guys, for coming on and letting us watch your game. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Tom. It's a good game, man.
Yeah, really good game, man.
All right.
So congrats to Tom on the win, and good luck to both of you in the final remaining round of the tournament.
That's right.
This is our last planned stream for the year, but we've got one more that we would like to get in for this round. We're trying to get Alex Coos and Matt G. Sometime after the new year, once they've scheduled their game, we'll have that, and then of course we'll have some coverage of round 6 for you coming up once that's paired up and posted. So keep your eyes here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to get slightly quicker notifications about when the games are scheduled. Otherwise, I'd like to thank Tom and Justin once again for letting us watch the game.
Thanks, man.
Yep, and I'd like to thank Jesse and Kyle and Thomas for hanging out with me while you guys played.
All right.
And thank everybody at home for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this game. Until next time, I'm your host, Mike Atkins, saying you stay safe out there, and we will see you next time on Dash 28 Live. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.